Today we're going to see something about the secret of mathematics. Secret of mathematics is nothing but the theoretical part. Most of the time we eagerly learn something about how to solve the problem using the formulas or the concepts and ideas. But we forget to learn the basics of the questions. That is theoretical part. So theoretical part questions are nowadays asking in most of the competitive exams. So now we're going to learn one by one with two cases. That is, first one is what and second one is why. These two things is very important. Every problem we need to check what is the answer and what is the idea behind the answer. So now we're going to see one by one the 10 facts that I'm going to give now. The first question we're going to discuss is, what is 0 factorial? What is 0 factorial? So most of the students know the answer because they already learned something, but when you are new to the maths or quantitative aptitude, it is quite difficult to find the answer because our mind thinks that the answer will be 0, but answer is not 0. 0 factorial is 1. So 0 does not have value, but some places it have value. Okay, now how? Why this is 1? So we're going to know the reason or proof. Let's see. If 0 factorial is 1, so what is 5 factorial value? What is 5 factorial? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is the value of 5 factorial, right? Okay, but if I put 0 here, what will be the answer? Everything will be 0. Why I does not include 0 here? I stop till the 1, not including the 0. If I include 0, then everything will become 0. Then 5 factorial, 10 factorial, 15 factorial, whatever it is, it will be 0. So that is why we stop until it came 1. But if I put 0 also, the answer should not be changed and also not 0. So what can I do? I will assign 0 factorial is also 1. If I assign value for 0, then if I put 0 also, there is no change in the answer. That is why 0 factorial is equal to 1. So don't forget that always, wherever, most of the time in permutation and combination probability concepts, this 0 factorial plays a vital role. 0 factorial is equal to 1. Second question is, anything divided by 0. What is anything divided by 0? A number is divided by 0. What is the answer? Here we have 4 type of options. Option A is 0, option B is 1, option C is infinity, and option D undefined. I am sure that 90% of the students will take infinity as the answer. But first thing I need to say, infinity is not the right answer. Answer is different. Okay, let me check and I will explain what is the answer for this question. See, if we had taken number x divided by 0. Now I need to know the answer for this. Anything divided by 0. So before going to this, I need to ask one more question. That is, what is 25 divided by 5? This is an easy question, right? 25 divided by 5. What is the answer for this is, we know that, well, 5 is the answer. And in with that, if I multiply these two numbers, I will get this numerator as the answer. So 5 into 5 is 25. So now tell that if I multiply any number with this answer, if I get an answer here, I will multiply with 0. I need to get the numerator as an answer. But 0 into anything, our answer will be 0. We did not able to get the numerator as an answer when I divide by 0. So if any number is divided by 0, our answer is undefined. Don't take infinity as an answer. If a number is divided by 0, the only answer is undefined. We can't able to determine the answer. Question number 3. Third question is, which is the smallest even number? If we ask the question, which is the smallest odd number, definitely we know that 1. Smallest odd number is 1. But sometimes they ask, which is the smallest even number? So if I ask which is the smallest even number, suddenly we think that 0 is the smallest even number. But this is not a right answer. Answer is different. The smallest even number is nothing but 2. Why? Because 0 is not used in several countries. 0 is introduced in India, and also we use the 0 in other countries too. But we know that sometimes in abroad or in UK, US, if their telephone number is 900, they say that 900, not 00. So that is why 0 is not a global word. Here, the smallest even number is 2. Question number 4. Question number 4 is, what is 0 power 0? So what is 0 power 0? So before we go into the answer, I need to explain one thing. See, if I write like this, anything power 0, we know that the value is 1. At the same time, if 0 power anything, that is nothing but 0. Here we include both the numbers and I say what is 0 power 0. So simply in mathematical, 0 power 0 is nothing but 1. Right? 0 power 0 is equal to 1. But one thing, in real time it is working. But when we enter into the limits concept or combinators, here 0 power 0 is not 1. They say that it is undefined. So sometimes it says that undefined, right? So 0 power 0, when they ask question and your options is only 1, means you can take that option directly. But if the options have both 1 and undefined, you can go for undefined as the answer. Fact number 5. Here we does not going to see a question. Here it is a fact about prime number. What is prime number? Prime number is nothing but a number which is divided by itself and 1. That is called a prime number. Now we are going to see a secret about the prime number. Listen, prime number except 2 and 3 is always expressed 1 more or 1 less than the multiple of 6. This is the secret. Listen, if I take a number, prime number 13. 13 is a prime number. See, look at this. The 13 is, if I in 6 table we got 12. If I add 1 to this number, I will get this 13. So the multiple of 6, add 1 or subtract 1, you will get the prime number. Right? Okay, if I take 17, 17 is nothing but 6 into 3 is 18. If I subtract 1, I will get another prime number. Okay, and if I take 23, okay, 6 into 4 is 24, minus 1 is 23. So whatever the prime number you can take except 2 and 3, definitely it will be 1 more or less in multiple of 6. Question number 6. Sixth question is 0 divided by any number. Any number is, see, if 0 is divided by any of the number, then what is the answer? We have 4 options again. Option A is 0, option B is 1, option C is infinity, and option D is undefined. Look at this. All the 4 options are looking like the answer. That is the major problem here. So all of them are looking like an answer. So we need to find the definite answer, which is the, okay. A number 0 is divided by any number. See, if I take 0 divided by 5. So think that what is the answer? Maybe it will be looking like 0 or 5. Sometimes it will be infinity or undefined. What can I take? Okay, anyway, I will explain with a super example. Let's take that 5 divided by 2. Right? If I have 5 chocolates and I need to distribute to 2 persons equally. So what can I do? 5 divided by 2 is nothing but 5 chocolates I will be distributed 2.5 and 2.5 to 2 persons. That is what going to happen, right? Okay. If I have 10 chocolates, I need to split into 5. I need to share that to 5 persons. What can I do? 10 chocolates divided by 5. I give each one 2 chocolates. Okay, right. Come here. See, 0 divided by 5. Now I did not have any chocolates. 0 chocolates. Right? Null. Now I need to distribute it to 5 persons. How can I distribute it? I did not have any chocolates in my hand. Right? So here 0 is the answer. So don't worry about anything. If a number 0 divided by any number, my answer will be 0. So this is the answer. Seventh question. Seventh question is based on an interesting fact about the clocks. Everybody know that clock, right? We know how to see the time. But there is an inbuilt secret inside the clock. The best question they asked repeatedly is, how many times a day both the hands in the clocks are coincide each other? So how many times a day both the hands in the clocks are coincide each other? We know that every hour the two hands, minute hand and hour hand, will be coincide at any point, right? So totally in a circle we had 12 hours, in a day we had 24 hours. So definitely 24 is the answer. See, look at the options also. Our options will be A, B, C and D. Option A will be 24 and 4, 22, 2, these are 12. These are the options they are given in all the question papers. So, if we think in our general knowledge, we thought that every hour both the hands will be coincide at any point. So, our answer will be 24. But 24 is not the right answer. In fact, if it is the right answer, they could not ask this question in exam, because all of them know that, right? Okay. Then what is the answer? Look at this. See, if time, everybody know that 10, 11, 12. If the time is 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, at which point both the hands are coincide each other? Approximately it will be 10:52 or 3, right? 10:53 it will be coincide each other. Okay. At which point from 11 to 12 both the hands are coincide each other. Now think that from 11 to 12 where it will be coincide. If the a minute hand will be started from 12 and come over to again 12, then the hour hand will be from 11 it goes to 12. So from 11 to 12, look at your watch, it will be coincide only at 12 o'clock, not 11 something. Most of the students says that 11, 57, 58. No, it will be coincide only at 12 o'clock. Okay, then my next question is 1. At which time 12 to 1 the coincidences happen? Here if both the hands are standing here, the hour minute hand started from 12 and rotated and come again 12. From that meanwhile time, the hour hand will move from 12 to 1. So there is no coincidence was happened, right? So here the 12 o'clock is the same time for 11 to 12 and 12 to 1. For both the hours, the coincidence happens only once, that is 12 o'clock. But other hours, definitely it will be happens once, right? Okay, so if 12 hours, the coincidence happens only 11 times, then 24 hours, it will be happens only 22 times. So how many times a day both the hands are coincide each other? The answer will be 22. Eighth question is, what is the value of 0 divided by 0? What is the value for 0 divided by 0? Before we go into the answer, first of all answer for this question, what is 5 divided by 5? The same number in numerator and denominator. 5 divided by 5 is nothing but 1. What is 8 divided by 8? 1. What is 100 divided by 100? It's also 1. The same numbers will be up and down, our answer will be 1 except 0. But if we had a 0 in numerator or denominator, all the answer will be changed. We know that anything divided by 0, 0 divided by anything. Now the question is 0 divided by 0. 0 divided by 0 is not 1. First of all, we need to know that. So not like this, answer will be 1. The answer is undetermined. Right? 0 divided by 0, we can't able to find the answer. Why? Because 0 is nothing, we have no values and we need to distribute with 0. So the values does not exist. So undetermined is the answer. Fact number 9. Fact number 9 is such a different type of question. It is not like a question, it's a fact which is based on yes or no concept, right? If you know the answer, it is whether it is true or false, right? The question is, sum of two whole numbers is always less than their product. If you take any two whole numbers, like if I take 5 and 6, the sum of two whole numbers is always less than their product. Is this right or wrong? That is the question. We need to know one thing. See, if I add these two numbers, sum, right? If I add these two numbers, I will get 11. If I multiply these two numbers, 6 into 5 is 30. You can take another two number, 3 and 6. If I add these two numbers, it will be 9. If I multiply this two number, 6 3s are 18. So whenever you take two numbers and add and multiply those numbers, definitely multiplication answer will be more than the additional answer, sum, right? But so it will be the condition, sum of two whole numbers is always less than their products. If you think that it is true, yes, it is true, but in one case you will lose here. So don't judge. We need to check one more. The basic two numbers is 1 and 2. Let's check this condition to these two numbers. 1 in 1 plus 2, 1 into 2. What is 1 plus 2? That is nothing but 3. What is 1 into 2? That is 2. Here, the sum of two numbers is more than the product of the two numbers. For this condition, it is false. So, not all the times this condition is true. So, no is the answer. First of all, we need to know the fact. What does it mean? Last and final 10th fact is the fact about 0. It is very simple. First of all, we need to know that 0 does not have any value. We know that from the childhood. But now I need to know where are the places 0 also has some values. When 0 is added with something, divided with something, at that time and any symbol follows by with the 0, we have some values, right? I will say some three situations where 0 had some values, right? First thing, the first question itself we see that 0 had a value when it joined with factorial. The 0 factorial is equal to 1. Now here 0 had a value, right? And one more place where 0 had a value is anything power 0. Now the same condition, 0 has some value, that is nothing but again it is 1. Okay, one more thing. We know that trigonometry topic, right? It is very hectic, but even though in trigonometry we had a concept called cos 0. Cos 0. Cos 0, here it is nothing but 1. So 0 also has value in some places. So we need to know that 0 is not always 0. Right? Some places, if factorial, power value and trigonometry, we had value for 0. And friends, I need to know where are the other places. If you know other than this 0 had a value, please comment in the comment box. And thank you, all the very best.